This is Mike Balstad, and welcome to today's Business Bullet. Is your business funeral proof? Probably not, so stay tuned for some tips to fix that. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to get notified of the latest valuable information to strengthen your business. Today we're going to talk about a business risk that you may be ignoring, your mortality. Obviously, it's a topic none of us want to spend a lot of energy thinking about. However, ignoring it won't make that risk go away. More than once, I found myself in the service of families of entrepreneurs who had passed away, families with no involvement in the business, and for which no instructions were left behind. Let me share 3 things you can do right now to ensure that you don't leave those you love in such a predicament. Ready? First, communication. This may sound like a no-brainer, but this one deficiency contributes to most, if not all, business failures. Trust me, you may not want to think about it, but what about those who depend on you? Imagine worrying about the grief of loss in addition to wondering how they would pick up the pieces of a business they know nothing about. Having open conversation will help you to become aware of their questions, concerns, and what they would want. For instance, are the kids even interested in the business? Spoiler alert, most aren't. The benefits of such a conversation far outweigh the discomfort you may feel having it. They include not only peace of mind for those you love, but also the opportunity for you to come up with an alternative strategy if the one you've been carrying in your head is of no interest to your family. Next, create a continuity instruction letter. This is an informal document that lays out a to-do list related to the continuation or winding down of the business in the case of your passing. Be sure to watch until the end to learn how you can get a free template to get you started. And finally, let's discuss buy-sell agreements. The purpose of these agreements is to lay out the terms, conditions, and understandings of what is to happen in terms of ownership in a multi-owner business should an owner pass away, among a list of other things. This often neglected legal document codifies the obligation of one party to buy and the deceased party's obligation to sell the deceased's interest in the company, and how the cost to do so will be calculated, and under which terms it will be paid. Failure to prepare and execute such an agreement can lead to undesirable circumstances, not the least of which would be gaining a new business partner, the family of the deceased. While I'm sure they're great people, what do they bring to the table that can help replace the contributions that were lost in the partner's passing? Having such an agreement in place ensures that not only is the family of the deceased made whole for the contributions that their loved one made to the business's success, but that the surviving owner retains control over the future of the company without interference from those who had no part in its past. So what's the takeaway? Ignoring uncomfortable conversations now on the topic of what happens with the business should you die may be at the cost of your family's security if something were to happen to you. Love is action. So go to the link in the description and download the free template I mentioned earlier. Now, if you're facing these or other challenges, don't know where to begin, and want expert assistance to help you get on track for the business and exit you want, click the appointment link for a complimentary discovery call. Thanks again for joining me for today's Business Bullet, and we'll see you next time.